All right, man. Welcome to episode 8 here. It's a comedy coroner. I got a special guest on the show. Winner of one of the winners of the Visani's contest, going into the finals. I think in a couple weeks here. Had a great set. I thought he was hilarious.
How about it? Give it up, folks.
Give it up for Mr. Zach Gallo. Thanks for being on, man.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited. I didn't realize there'd be this big of a crowd.
Yeah. I know. Don't be nervous, man. They're all happy to see you.
The studio audience is gonna love you, dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
I will make sure of it.
I'm here for it. Yeah, and that was quite the intro song, man. That's a funky bass line they got going on.
Right?
You know.
Soul Brothers stuff.
So what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. You know, just still on that high from Visani's. You know, I've had a lot of local comedians come up and they're like, "That's great. We're happy for you, yada yada." And I know that they're really pissed off at me though, but you know, it's cool.
I voted for you, and I was like, maybe if I would have just voted for myself instead of him, I might have.
Dude, I'm very new to the
personally,
area.
I thought you had the best set of the night. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm very new to the area, and I've been meeting a lot of stand-up comedians in this like vicinity, and as soon as I walked in that room, I was like, oh, this is a Southwest Florida crowd. You know, I'd say the median age is like 58. So I was like, I'm not even going to place. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go up there and have fun. Because I know that guy, Tommy D, that went up like second or third.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that I do a lot of shows with. And I was like, this is his kind of crowd. They're going to eat it up.
He won.
He's going to win. Yeah. He's not like a new guy. He's out there killing it. And I was blown away at, well, not the top three, but at least me and Sean, the top two. Well, two of the top three. I knew Jason would probably get it because it seems like that.
Well, Jason, yeah, he placed at McCurdy's the week before too. He's hilarious, dude. You know.
Yeah, he really is.
He's very funny. I was surprised that Tommy didn't do his. You know, I thought he was gonna do a lot better.
Yeah, I noticed like he didn't get a good reaction, which blew my mind because like I've seen him do pretty much that set at that bar, at that club, and it kills usually. And I feel bad because I didn't vote for him because I was like, Tommy's got this in the bag. I thought that even before we walked in. I was like, Tommy's got it in the bag. Everybody here knows him. He hosts there. He performs there once in a while. So I was like, he's got no problem. Yeah. I'm gonna vote for the people that I thought were funny. Like I was like Sean, like I gave him one, and then when he came in first, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have voted for him.
I also saw Sean at the table. He was over there working all those old white women, bro.
Oh, 100%. The dude,
fucking networking, dude. Shout out.
He was by the bar. Everybody was grabbing him and being like, "What was your name? You're great." Damn.
Yeah, no,
I think it's the white guilt.
I voted for all the winners, so I can't be mad about the outcome. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true.
That's how I thought it should have went. But yeah, man, it was a fun night. I had a great time.
I thought your set was hilarious.
I've ever competed in. The first one was like just a crazy rigged shit show.
Yeah.
Where they tour with a bunch of comedians, but then they show up and act like the comedians they have are like locals.
Or that it's their first time. And it's like already for them to win.
Yeah, so
I've noticed that with a few things around here where there's a lot of people that just because they're still at like a medium level, they compete or they enter into shows or they act like they're still open micers. And I'm like, that's not very fair.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It's bullshit. I used to do Taekwondo. I'm a black belt. They wouldn't just bump me weight classes, no reason, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally unfair.
Actually, I was in a class, like I asked to join this class with R.C. Smith last month, and it was supposed to be for like up and coming comedians because he's like, we need to get more we need to get more of you like open mic people to become features so that we can have a stronger scene. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like it was free and everything, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And when I got there was like a couple comedians that had been doing this for a very long time in that class, and I was like, well, I'm happy you're here. I love everybody that was there, but I was like, so it's not so much like this is for new people to advance. It's also for the people that are 10 years in, still wanted to push more out of it, which I understand too. But I was also like, isn't this like a new person thing?
Yeah, they sort of market it as
Well,
like, have you been doing it for 5 years or less? Are you not established? That's all the comedy contests are like.
I've
Try
met
it
a
out.
I've
Yeah.
met a certain amount of people, and most of them are older than me. Like I still fucking work, you know what I mean? Like I own a company,
Yeah.
I got a kid. Like I'm doing this as like a third job, you know what I mean? But I like I've met a bunch of these people that are retired. They don't really have much going
Oh
on.
yeah.
They're like, daytime at the bar people, and like they're still at the same level that they were a couple years ago. You know what I mean? It's like, where are you
Hmm.
just doing it for the hang, or are you trying to?
Yeah.
I
It's like,
understand that too because you know what I mean. Like there's a certain part of me like I do like dinners on Wednesdays, and a lot of that like it's supposed to be for us to write, but a lot of it ends up just being fucking bullshitting and building relationships
That's
with
why we've been doing podcasts.
the
is
local
it's like
scenes
we
and shit.
have to talk about comedy on a podcast. Like,
yeah,
just
and it's a really good way to get a bigger audience. I used to podcast back like before the pandemic. I started podcasting just as like a way to stay connected with a lot of my friends that had moved all over the country, all over the world, and also
yeah.
just because like you get to say funny stuff in front of people that you would never
Yeah,
meet in your
and
entire
and
life.
there's less pressure. Like you can get off jokes without having to get off jokes. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
everybody's the pressure's on. We're all listening to you. It's fucking
it's also that's a double-edged sword because I know that if I were to listen to like an episode I recorded in 2020, I probably said some stuff that I should not have said.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure, for sure. All right, I got two questions. One,
Hit me.
what was that animal that just ran behind you? Was that a cat?
No, that's a very small dog.
Oh, okay. What
His
kind of dog is
name,
it? We have two small dogs here.
come here. Hey, his name is Bane.
Oh,
He's
nice.
he's a bit of a mutt, but he's what do
Oh.
they call it? A puggle mainly. Like he's got a little bit of pug and a little bit of puddle in him.
Okay, right on. No, he's wiry.
Yeah, he's an animal.
We have a we have one dog, Cash, who is how would you describe him, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Crack puppy.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
another dog who's like older named Toby, who's black.
He's like a cool black jazz cat.
He is. But I'm pretty sure the only reason she named him Toby is because she couldn't fit Kunta Kinte on the tag.
Yeah, it's hard
What
to
did I
spell
call him
too.
the other day with the bandana? I called the bandana he was wearing a Kunta Kente cloth.
Yeah.
Nice,
I was like
nice.
combining Kente cloth with Kunta.
Toby calls it a shiesty.
Yeah, yeah. That
It's his COVID mask he's still
I
wearing.
just moved here from New York, and everybody like
That was my next
when
question. Is you said you just came here from the area. So where are you from?
I'm from a small town just north of New York City called Catskill. It's like south of Albany, a
That's
little
where
bit.
stand-up started.
In Catskill?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Jewish
in the
people
Catskills,
in
yeah, yeah.
Catskills.
In the Borscht Belt.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're from there, man. That's so cool.
It's a really weird place. It's a lot of fun.
That's right. That's
But I
what this
was.
podcast does. See that, people? I just brought you the roots of comedy.
Beautiful. We're
You're
making magic.
you're like fucking Hank Williams the third, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I'm an OG.
Did you work a
Catskills.
lot in the New York scene? Like, did you do any cool clubs? Did you do any really good
No,
nights?
no,
No?
not at all. Actually, that's the funny thing. I was like, when you asked me to do this podcast, I was like, oh man, they're gonna be so unimpressed with my story because like I was living in Brooklyn for years, and then I moved down here and I started doing comedy when I got down here. I've only been doing
Yeah.
stand up since December,
Shit.
Oh,
and
nice.
like
Wow,
I
you've
wanted,
come a long way then.
so I've wanted
Wait.
to
Are
do stand
you
up
are
my
you hitting
whole
us
life.
with the open mic? This is my first open mic.
No, it wasn't.
December,
That was my
right?
first.
December.
That's
awesome.
wild. Yeah, you're good.
That was my first competition for sure. But like I've always wanted to do stand up my whole life, and I've done like comedy things since I was young, and I think I started doing the podcast because I was like I have all these jokes written, and I have like the funniest friends in the world, but I never thought I was. Nah, I guess it's a weird situation. I wasn't like scared to do comedy. I was kind of embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't want to be that guy that's like, I think I'm gonna be I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be the funny guy. I'm gonna be the next fucking Dave Attell.
Yeah.
But I went like I was at comedy shows all the time in New York City, and that made it harder to get into it because it's so intimidating. Because like I talk to people about it down here all the time, and they're like, oh, "There's open mics at like Old Man Hustle or the Comedy Cellar. You can just like go in, sign
But
up, and
when you
everything." I'm
walk
like,
in, there's like fucking just Sam Morril in there.
exactly.
You know what I
Like
mean?
you'd go to an open mic and
Or
like
something.
yeah, like Godfrey will show up and like just rip 45 minutes, and you're like, I'm not signing up for this. Also, if you sign up, you're probably not going up because like you said, you have just national headliners coming in to work material.
It is
So it's like
saturated there. It's tough.
super saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, it's that or Austin at this point, I think. Like, definitely
Yeah.
comedy.
That's the thing. Like you still got the big classics like Austin, New York, LA still is banging. And from
LA
what I
is,
hear,
I just kind of hate their type of humor. Like, all of them just became woke and they're like, just trying to virtue signal and like shame people. It's like, let's just do comedy.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta just
I
let it-
I feel that in New
a lot
York
of people
too.
out there though.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like New York is leaning the other way now, where they're like yeah, people like that are just sick of the like because COVID on New York changed, and it went super like woke. Like you had to be so by the book, so rule driven. And this isn't just comedy. This is in every aspect.
Yeah.
Like they went nuts with the vaccine passport and all that stuff, and everybody was on that side in New York City. And then once everything kind of backed off a little, I feel like comedy just jumped in the opposite direction, where everyone was like, "Hey, we can say retard again" and stuff like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, I didn't think the woke stuff would never last in New York because everyone there is so confrontational. It works in California because
Extremely.
everybody's like, okay, man, I respect your beliefs and fucking,
Mhm.
I don't want to be yelled at. You don't want to be yelled at, like type of shit. But yeah, New
Mhm.
York, it's just like eventually you're just gonna figure out that hey, we're mad at something else, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Like
just angry about traffic.
yeah, we're too pissed off to remember to ask you your pronouns in the beginning. Like that. And like another reason why I was scared to jump into the New York scene is because I always just had like just a dark sense of humor. Like I never wanted to be like hacky and do shock value stuff, but I also like I didn't want to get caught up in the whole like, oh well, this guy has these beliefs, so like he's not in this circle. Because that like New York got like that for a little while, where like if you said like, well, I don't agree with the vaccine, then boom, you were like some stupid redneck. They like threw you in the side, and I was like, well, I think we should just be able to make jokes on either side, either way, which I guess is like a pussy cop out to some people, but that's the way comedy should be. Like just make fun of everything, and don't take any sides, and it's still kind of divided because you have like everybody's like talking about how like Joe Rogan's crew and all that is like the new right, like Jeffrey Dye and all them, and they still look at them as like, okay, now this is like these are the meathead like beef eating Republican types, but I'm like they're just telling funny jokes, and I don't think we should categorize anything.
Do you say Jeff Dye?
Yeah, Jeff Dye, he's
He's one
super
of my favorite
Republican.
comedians, and he's a clean Christian
He will
Yeah,
not shut up.
comedian.
If I hear
Dude.
another fucking word about Jeff.
Well, he was just
I
at
love him.
Vistani's too. He was just there like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I went to his show there on
Shout out
Friday.
Jeff.
Yeah. I talked to him for a little bit afterwards, and I was like, this is blowing my mind. This guy's just so cool and down to earth. But yeah, he's so outspokenly like religious, and like that's the thing that people are scared to do, and I respect him for it. I'm not religious at all, but I have nothing but respect for
Yeah, people with conviction, I love
yeah,
that too.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like there was a time where coming out as any like Christian, Republican, anything like that, especially in areas like New York and LA, you say you're Christian, people are gonna be like, I'm done with this guy. He's not my guy.
Yeah,
There's a certain number
it's-
of people.
There's
not
only
just
one
like,
religion
no-
you're allowed to
yeah.
talk about in LA, and it's Scientology,
Mm.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say being Jewish. Being Jewish
Yeah,
is
in New
always
York, you get a
Well,
pass just for anything.
always
It's so
yeah,
many-
always allowed to be Jewish in comedy.
The
Actually,
thing
I
that's
had
great
somebody
is that
be like,
they've combined Jewish into a race and a religion. You know what I mean? It's
We've
Don't
got all the
think now.
angels covered.
I've had a few times where people be like, "Oh, Zach, are you Jewish?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe if it helps my comedy
say
career,
yes.
yeah."
yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Don't-
Like my name's Levi. My middle name is Seth. I have an accounting degree. On paper, I'm the Jewiest of the Jews, dude.
Oh, 100%. You got the
Too much
This
credentials.
guy's a
Italian, though.
self-hating Jew. This
Yes.
point.
I'm just denying it. I'm like,
He's
nah,
like,
I'm Italian.
no, I'm fucking Italian.
That hasn't really got me anywhere yet. I'm hoping that there's like a cool Italian comedy clique I could
There,
slide with.
there is this one comedian. He's a touring comedian. He's a cool guy. Bobby Goldstein. I don't know if you know who he is.
Jewish Italian.
Well,
Very, very
he
black.
on stage
Heavy
you
hitter.
think he's Italian,
Yeah.
and then you figure out when you talk to him that he's Jewish, and I'm like, damn, dude, that's. I don't know if I respect that or I hate it, but
He's actually half Cuban, half Jewish.
do you know what I mean? Like the way that he can
And that
play
just
both
makes
sides of it.
Italian.
Because he's from New York, and he just wears his hair slicked back, so you're just automatically like, oh, he's fucking,
Yeah.
he's a kid from the neighborhood, you know?
He's your classic greasy
I had,
Italian guy.
Yeah. I had him headline the show I produced over at Wolfie's, and he fucking murdered. It was
Yeah, no, he can kill.
Yeah,
There's
he does.
no
Is he
doubt.
in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
He comes to Big Top sometimes.
If you search him on YouTube, after you scroll down through 20 of his real estate videos, you can find some of his comedy.
Nice.
Like
I noticed this is
It's
a
not
good
even a
place.
joke.
This is a good place for comedians who aren't like full-time comedians to do real estate. I've seen a few people like that.
Yeah, dude.
I guess I got that in the back pocket if this
Do you,
doesn't
do you
work
wait
out.
until they're signing to start running your bits, or if it's going
Oh,
bad?
Yeah, right. You try to do it on prospective buyers. Like, hey, this guy.
What's
look
up
at
with
this
all
guy.
these FAH loans?
How many bathrooms do you need? I only take shit out of one butt. Am I right, you guys?
FAH loan, more like FAG loan.
Nice. Write that one down.
Yeah, go that way with it. Yeah, there you go, Rizzo.
Anyways, here we always like to do at least a couple of these just to see.
Let's get a couple of sound effects, but before that, before we do videos, plug where you're going to be at next, plug your social media.
So I don't have a full comedy setup social media yet because I'm old and that is so exhausting. So I just do stuff through my regular social media now, which is also very lacking. So you can find me on Instagram. I'm at Zach Friday. I'm on Facebook as Zach Badweather Iron. And I started a TikTok to plug shows I think it's called Zach Gallo Comedy, I hope. But I only posted one video and I really need more. But I got a few shows coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm
Yeah, where they at?
doing, let me get my calendar. My agent's got to send it over to me. What's today? So Saturday the 24th, I'm going to be at Valerie's Liquor and Lounge at 6 o'clock. It's like a Mother's Day special show, which kind of sucks because I don't have any mom jokes. So I'm going to start writing some now, hopefully. And after that, I'm doing a doubleheader. I'm going to Stet's. It's like a really cool dive bar in Fort Myers, so I'll be there at like 9:30. And then May 30th, I'm at Buddha Live at 6:30, which I haven't performed there yet, but I heard it's a really cool club. And then Saturday the 31st, I'm at Mardi Gras, which is in the Flamingo Flea Market, which I hear is also going to be really interesting. But that should be a lot of fun.
I had a chick just hit me up asking me if I wanted to do a showcase there.
Oh, really?
On,
That might be the
June
same person. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the same spot. Is it in Fort Myers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the same spot.
June 1st. So
Shout out
maybe
Marie.
I
She'll
should
be
check.
on the show next week.
I should probably check to see if that's the same show because I got mine. Oh, is that a Sunday or is it a Saturday? Because if it's, I might have the wrong date on mine.
I think this one is I think it is a Sunday.
Yeah, mine's Saturday. That's cool. They're doing Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, all these upcoming shows are free, which is cool too, except for the Buddha Live. I don't know what the ticket price is on that. They didn't tell me yet.
Right on. Well, that's sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm hopefully gonna stay busy, but we'll see.
All right, let's see.
We're doing a quick video,
We'll do
a couple reactions.
We'll do this one.
Here we have a breakaway rider coming into shot. Joe Biden rides for the United States of America, leader of that team. And he's going to cross this pedestrian crossing without too many issues. Looking good. He's got eyes up, left foot's out, good hip dexterity there. Out of the box, pedals. So he doesn't have clip-ins, doesn't have flat pedals. He's got the cages, notoriously difficult and tricky. He's running some sort of motocross gloves or gardening gloves, not sure which. And he's doing this eyes up. He's not looking down. He's doing this just on feel, getting that left foot out. And you think, he's safe here. Where's he going to fall down? He's got the weight out, foot out. He's home and hosed. No, the problem is, look at his right foot here. He's still got eyes up. He can't get out of the box. And he puts pressure down there. His body weight's done. At this point, he's over. And Biden goes down hard. This could be his GC over.
Pretty sure that's the guy from Planet Earth.
Yeah, it is.
That
I
blank
just thought
smile
that
that
the
guy wears.
scientific breakdown of that was just so good because I've watched that video a million times and just laughed at it.
I gotta say, Joe Biden's got good-looking legs for an 80-year-old man, though.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no varicose veins sticking out or anything.
Like that.
No.
No, definitely not. He puts in the work.
Anyway, I don't know.
When I was younger, like when I was like, before I was even 20, I think, I had like a early life crisis where I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just like, me and my friends would just like drive cross country and like spend like months in different states just doing absolutely nothing. And the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life happened to me when I was like 19 years old, 19 or 20. And I was in San Francisco and I'm walking down by the waterfront. It's gorgeous. And I just happen to look over at the water and I'm like soaking in it. I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. And I see this trail of
we're filming.
I see this trail of like 4 elderly senior citizen people on bicycles. And I'm like, gee, look at these people. They're loving it. They're having a great time. And the woman in front just, for some reason, and I see this in slow motion because like God wanted me to see this. Her front wheel and her handlebars did a complete 90-degree turn. And she just, slow motion, went headfirst over the bike. And as she's midair, I scream, everybody look! And I point over to her. And me screaming got the people behind her to look at me. So they didn't get out of the way for her, who was now tumbling across the sidewalk. And they all hit her and flipped over her. And it was like a 5-person person pile up.
Holy fuck.
I remember thinking, it's never going to get better than this. I'll never see, and unless aliens land somewhere and come out and start like breakdancing, it'll never be better than seeing these old people eat shit.
Yeah. You basically got to like live one life in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And then went back.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Things aren't so bad.
All right, my other favorite thing to do is play clips from this cartoon and see if anyone knows what it is, because so far no one has been able to tell me what this is.
He says it's a cartoon. I think he animated it.
We'll watch it.
I'm pretty good with cartoons, so I'm ready.
I done been through group homes. I done been through juvenile homes, foster homes, mobile homes. And I done been places where they take your belts, so you gotta grab your damn belt loop, hoping they don't rape your ass. Your belt loop? What you know about being shanked in the shower?
Shank you in the shower?
Yeah, you heard me. Shank you in the shower. I done seen some things men can't read. I done seen
That's
some
definitely Rick
shits
Ross, right?
that make men bleed.
100%.
I done seen some things that make grown men cry. I sat in the cell and watch an old man die. You think it's cool, little nigga skipping school, smoking on the back of getting pussy off his shoes, till you get a charge riding in a stolen car. Ship you up north, another fly in the jar. Keep to yourself, put that fussy shit to rest. These people killers ain't got muscles in their neck, get punched in the nose, wake up in the coma, or make your ass a woman wearing makeup in the corner. You feel alone, getting pressured by the gangs. Your mother visit, she could really see you change.
The white dude is played by Gallo.
Oh, really? I don't know what that is, but I need to watch it now because I got to know the story
That's
of
from
the
a
other
cartoon
characters.
that I saw on Adult Swim called The Spirit of Freaknik.
Spirit of Freaknik, huh?
Yeah, dude. It has everything in it. Every rapper you can think of, even a bunch of gay ones, unfortunately. Not that their music was gay, just their lifestyles. And it even has like the black Illuminati called the Bouye. It's ran by Oprah. Dude, it's so good.
I'm going to definitely check that out. I love obscure cartoons. And you know, like, if you're a rapper, if you're Rick Ross and you're like, hey, I got a cartoon, it won't matter what it's about. Every rapper in the world will be like, hell yeah, I'll jump on that. That'd be
Yeah,
funny
dude.
as hell.
Well, it has like Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, like I said, CeeLo. Who is it? Another one of those crime mob or something? No, Field Mob. Dude's from Field Mob. I saw a bunch of Southern rappers besides Snoop, but it's pretty funny, pretty good.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
with it.
Anyways, anything else you want to get out before we shut this thing down?
I'm excited to be part of this Southwest Florida comedy movement. I've only been in the state for like 6 months now, and I gotta say, I'm impressed by the amount of comedians in this area and the amount of opportunities that we have to like get on
There's a
stage
real
and
scene
perform.
if you're willing to
There
drive.
is. It's
Yeah.
very surprising. I was nervous about that. I was like, yeah, I'll start doing stand up here and I'll get to perform like once a month max, But there, if you're willing to go out there and find them,
Yeah.
there's
You
a
might
lot
have
to
to
do.
drive
So
100 miles. Like, I live in
Yeah.
Venice today to do Hot Takes, the internet show. Shout out to them. I had to drive all the way up to fucking Pasco. So it's like, that's 100
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're
Yeah.
willing to do that, you can always find something to do.
That's good exposure though on this.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
totally.
I'm trying now that I got a little established here in this area to get a couple of the guys that I like in the Fort Myers area to just do like not like a tour, but I want to like set up some shows in Orlando, set up some shows in Tampa, set up some shows in Miami, and just kind of hit that triangle and get some more people involved and
Yeah, for
try
sure,
to
man.
create a little buzz.
That's in Fort Myers, right?
What's that?
Do you go to Snappers? That's Fort Myers, right?
Yeah. That's a fun club. It's
yeah.
hit or miss there. Sometimes, like some of the best shows I've had have been there because like it's an actual comedy club, so people go there looking for comedy. But you also have certain nights where it's a crowd that doesn't appreciate my sense of humor. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's tough. I mean, that's not even you. It's just right guy, wrong room.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
happens all the time.
we've all been in that spot.
We've all
man.
been there.
Oh, dude,
Well,
I had a room last night, man. I didn't have a show booked.
Oh, sorry.
But my buddy from one of my friends from New York flew in for the weekend, and he was like, "Come on, man, I want to see you perform." And I was like, "There's no shows this weekend." And he's like, "Well, let's find something." And we found an open mic in Cape Coral that was at a kava bar, which is a thing I'd never heard of before in my life before I got
That's
here.
a thing. Yeah, Kava Kratom bars. I do a decent number of
Yeah.
mics there. Just to get them.
Oh man,
They're never good.
let me tell you, those people there
It's
did
good to
not.
break in those conservative jokes on all the liberals there for sure.
Yeah, I was like.
Like if I can
I
make those
recorded
people
it.
laugh, I know I can make anyone laugh.
See, that's the thing. I went in it at first. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be real bad for me." So I probably shouldn't say my name too much.
Yeah.
But I went up there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit them hard, fast,
Yeah.
see their reaction, and try to win everybody over. I did probably like 10 minutes, and I started with a bestiality joke because there was some dogs and cats in the bar, and I was like, I don't want to give it away, but I say, I don't even I didn't do any intro or anything. I just go, guys, can I be real with you? If we want people to stop fucking animals, we're gonna have to get a different name for the crime. And then I go off in a little tangent on that, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?"
Yeah.
But by the end of it, I think I got everybody laughing.
It's a good
But yeah,
skill. Learning to work.
that was
They're not always going to be on your team. You have to learn how to.
no. I wanted to win them over. I was like, I'll get these guys, but it was. I think that might be more fun than doing a comedy club. Just doing a place where people are gonna hate you, and then if you can get them, then you feel accomplished.
100%. All right, well, look, man, congratulations on your victory, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone in the audience.
Thanks for coming on, man. Hopefully I'll have you on again.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. Anytime you need me, I'll be here.
Wow.
Yeah, Big Top Brewery,
We can give you
Sarasota.
extra time. We could let you do all
For
the
sure.
time you want.
For sure. Like I said, we got another mic working in the shadows here that might pop up on a Saturday and be something that's worth attending. And then
Yeah.
see, I'll be at McCurdy's on Thursday at that contest. So
Nice. And we're both on Juneteenth.
oh yeah, Juneteenth.
That'll be fun. I'm gonna
Nice.
a little slavery.
You guys are the representation that Juneteenth needs.
Yeah, that's the reparations they want.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, man. Well, like I
Well,
said, I
if you guys-
appreciate you coming on, dude.
If you need any help writing black jokes, I got you. Just hit me up. I'm all.
Hell yeah.
100%, dude.
Actually, Levi,
I've been trying to find somewhere to drop an M-bomb that's a safe place. It's not my shower or my car, dude. So if you could help me out with that,
we got to find a safe space for us.
Yeah, for white guys, that's kind of like the time travel formula, where I'm like, how can I figure out how to say it? What is the equation?
It'll happen. One white person will find the way to make it okay, and then they'll probably become like president or something.
Yeah, that's a Nobel Prize.
Need Tom McDonald to start dropping it, dude. I guess we'll be fine.
We'll be in.
Man. Appreciate you.
All right, fellas, have a good one.
Powered by Riverside FM.
I sound distracting the right way.